So you saying the path to success is already made?
Who said that?
I'm talking about Harper. He
Oh.
talking about they got AD and LeBron.
Right. They got the foundation, right? Two top five players, right?
And top 75 all time. Come on, man.
Champions.
Give them the ring
Recipe
already.
for success.
But welcome back, fellas. Welcome back. Let's get this thing moving. Let's get this thing going. Talking Noise podcast. Very special guest in the building. Welcome in. I know you've been shifting your focus to fantasy football because I know you're ready. I know that's going to bring a smile to your face. What I tell you, Harper? It's going to bring a smile to your face. But you missed a lot. We talked about Caitlin Clark, talked about Angel Reese, the battle between those two, who should be Rookie of the Year in WNBA. I mean, we talked about the new favorite and the new life to the Lakers, which is Bronny James, the new hero in LA. And then if you forgot, this team right here won the championship. If you forgot, I didn't know if you knew that or not.
I came off. I thought I came off for that because we talked. I talked to
Before you came on, unless you came on later. No, you came on before.
I had y'all pick the win anyway. So
yeah, I know.
No surprise.
We won it. We won it. So it's in
We
history.
did it.
So I just wanted to let you know that it happened.
Congratulations.
What's the new word, man? Harper, how you feeling? Mees, how you feeling?
Good, man. Nice little Sunday, early podcast today, appreciate
Harper
it.
trying to wear this Braves hat like he really a fan, but probably only watched one game. Probably only watched one game this year, so we don't want to hear that.
I watched it more than one now. I watched more than one.
1.5. 5 innings of the second game. Okay, I got
you. There you go. I didn't even know it was the second game, so there you go.
If you didn't know, Caitlin Clark will be playing soon. She might be on now. Should be 3:30. So,
what channel?
Tune in.
ESPN,
ABC.
Well, or ESPN3. I'm watching this. We watching the Celebrity Big Three game. Kind of interesting. Characters out here.
Celebrity game. So a lot of sports, and then you got preseason that's happening tonight at 8. 2 games there, so it's exciting. Harper, we got our fantasy draft today. I meant Thursday. Sorry, Thursday at 8:30. After that draft, the shift of the conversations that we've been having in our group chat will definitely shift. You'll see somebody put out some kind of power rankings and all, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Don't really matter. But, it's that time of year. Harper, you need to get back into it. I know you don't watch much football, but,
we'll get there.
We'll see what happens. But let's get into this Olympics. Steph led us to the gold the last 2 games, but LeBron comes out with the MVP. He was spectacular the last 2 games, was he not?
We'll get there. Go ahead. Do your intro.
Now he acting like Skip Bayless, who's no longer on TV, by the way, but that's a different story for a different day. So, they had some exhibition games. They beat Canada by 14. Then they had a battle with South Sudan and should have lost that game, but came out with that win. I think LeBron hit that shot at the end or layup. Was it a layup or shot?
Yeah.
I think layup.
Layup.
And then they kind of coasted through when that really mattered. And then the last game, they were up 3 with less than 3 minutes left, and then Steph just put on a performance that everybody's talking about from Paris all the way to the United States. So what did y'all see out of this team? What did you like? And what you think about the Olympics? Got another gold coming home. I think this is the 5th one in a row.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
Welcome back.
I think it was it's good to be back. But I think it was great. Great performance from. I enjoyed it. Just watching LeBron and KD and Steph kind of put on their show and just kind of see them go out. This is their last little run. I'm assuming, and then good to see the young. to see the Ant Edwards and everybody step up and kind of play a role and just come together. It was good to kind of root for players and root for guys that you wouldn't normally root for, but you respect their game and that aspect. And I mean, I think that champion, that gold medal game, man, I would told my mother-in-law, because we were watching it together, me and her, and I was telling her, like, this is one of the, I'll never forget this game. Like, it's one of the greatest games that I watched with my eyes. Performances Steph Curry put on. I mean, just a masterful performance. Just, oh my, it's like sorcery, man, what he was doing, throwing up shots. They were going in. I mean, it was just great team play. It was great to see Devin Booker play that role of just spot up.
Don't mention him too loudly. We got some haters over here, but don't mention him too loudly. Devin Booker,
spot up shooter. I mean, he didn't get people a lot of, and of course we got the whole Jason Tatum thing. And we'll probably touch on that later. But a lot of people were like, Devin Booker is a start over. But I'm like, Devin Booker is outside to me of Steph Curry. Devin Booker was the best catch and shoot player that we got in terms of guard play. That we got. You gonna spread? He catch and shoot. I mean, of course you can say KD, but so yeah, KD's not a guard, but he's a wing. And of course, he was coming off the bench or he was playing the wing, right? But like, I feel like Devin Booker played a solid role in the sense of where he would spot up, shoot, and not, spread the floor. You got to respect his shot, but then he also was guarding guys, and he played a role that I didn't think he could play. I mean, I'm not saying he did the best, but he didn't. I'm not saying that he did the best, but he stepped up. He played a role that I never thought that I would see Devin Booker, because all I know is Devin Booker is score. He not really a defensive guy, but he wouldn't even step up to the challenge in a sense, and he kind of stepped up and played that role. And I mean, I just enjoyed every part of it. It was good to see them play the South Sudan game. That was good. I think that gave a lot of respect to the South Sudan team, because when you look at the team, of course they don't.
Minus that Gilbert Arenas comment was a joke.
Exactly, man. They match up really well. They act like with USC, because they got a bunch of a wing, which is what the NBA is nowadays. A bunch of 6'9" plus long wing guys. So I mean, all they got to do is make some shots, and then you can.
And they were making crazy shots.
They were making crazy shots, and so I just
especially the first game.
Oh yeah, you said what?
The scrimmage game, they was not missing. Yeah.
And then they beat PR. I mean, it was just good to see the talent all around and players. And then even Bogey, when he played that game, the Serbia game, I didn't watch it because I was out doing something, but I watched the highlights. And I mean, I wish I could have watched that one, but he even went off. And so it was just good to see the talent around the country. Yeah, that was dope. It was good to see the talent around the country, and just to see that, USA, we had to bring out the heavy hitters for this, but it shows like it. I don't know the next 2028 if we got the dogs to compete with these boys, man, and the rest of these other countries. But all in all, it was a great performance. I didn't like the whole Jason Tatum mess. I felt like, who you gonna play?
Hold on. Save it. Harper, what do you think about Olympics? He talked about Devin Booker. I know you had some.
We'll get to him in a minute. He doesn't get the lead to talk.
When we had conversations, I'm just leading it to you. But what you see from this team, and what did you enjoy?
Enjoyed the Olympics. It was dope. I didn't like the slander on my boy, whatever, for obvious reasons. But on both of my boys. But I'm gonna get to a point that I'm gonna make with these two guys right here about this whole Olympics thing in a minute. So we'll start with. I enjoyed the Olympics. It was dope to see Bron and KD and Steph get there. This is Steph's first, Olympic run or whatever. So it was dope to see them. Like, that was kind of what me saying, like that was a very if I was gonna say to my kids or my grandkids, hey, I want you to see a game where Steph Curry is Steph Curry, it would have been them last two games. Like that's vintage Steph. Like that's what you want to see. He's the turning around, the put him to sleep. That was Steph Curry. The breaking him down, the dribble, that was Steph. And then also I felt like that was very vintage Bron, which I mean he's Bron, but Bron played amazing with the talent around him when he don't have to do but what he is still great at, which is being a floor general. He looked like one of the best players in the world. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, when he don't have to be a primary guy on defense and he don't have to be the primary scorer, which I mean he can be, he is, but he would rather be the distributor for everybody else. Bryant, he still looked like one of the best ever. AD, really impressive. I think the Lakers need to look at this as y'all need to put another center beside him or let him play center and have another reliable big man beside him, but which he doesn't want to do. But he looked amazing playing beside Bam. Like every time, I don't understand why those two didn't start over Embiid. I think they would have rolled the Olympics if those two started.
Definitely some Steve Kerr moments.
Yeah. A lot of moments. We'll get to that too. But other than that, now we'll speak on your Devin Booker guy. So what I say I did like about Devin Booker, he did do something that
first I heard
that I've never seen him do, which he did play a role. I felt like this is the first time he didn't feel like he kind of plays like I'm the best guy out here, and a lot of times he is. But to me, when the talent kind of excels, like gets further and deeper in the playoffs, and he's not the best guy on the floor.
He don't rise.
He never rises. Right. He never rises. He never looks like the best guy when he's out there with the really best guy. So for him to say, you know what, I am the fifth option. Let me do everything a fifth option would do. He did that very well in this Olympics. So I mean, he did knock down some shots. Yeah. So big shots. I'll get to the negative. Steve Kerr, let's start there. It made 0 sense to start Devin Booker, who, I mean, y'all ever seen him go at somebody? No. And Steph Curry as your points of attack on defense. You got 2'6". What's Devin Booker? He might be 6'5".
He's 6'5", 6'6". He might be 6'6".
He's somewhere in there. Smaller guy, 6'6". Though. He don't play defense. Feet kind of slow. Steph, same issue. Steph's just a smaller guy. I don't understand why a lot of those games, especially that South Sudan, that guy, I don't know who that kid was, but he was breaking them two down every time.
I know you're talking about the little guard.
He might get an invitation to the league off of them two games because he was breaking them down.
I forgot where he played.
Now, you did have Drew and D. White, Celtics, but they were very much needed. Now, the last podcast we did, everybody was, Jaylen Brown should be on the team. Jaylen Brown should be on the team. And I said then, you don't need 12 superstar players. That's what we did in 2004, and that's why they lost. Because you're just throwing these guys together, and you got to have Devin Bookers and Derrick Whites and Drew Holidays and guys.
So Devin Booker deserved to be on the team.
Yeah, for the role that he played, he earned his
he was willing to play that role.
I just wanted to get it on tape. That's all. Go ahead.
Would I have picked him? No. But did he make it and he played his role? I mean, he is a good player. He can knock down shots. He can play make. He's not the greatest. We've seen that this year. But yeah, he has his moments when he can be an elite looking player. I mean, he's an elite scorer at times, but he shouldn't have started. I don't know. He shouldn't have been the starter out there. I guess because he stretches the floor, but I feel like everybody on that team stretches the floor. So Steve Kerr, not a good coach. Never thought he was a good coach. Best thing he ever did was put the ball in Steph's hand, which is literally what he tried to do in this Olympics, and Bron wasn't having it. KD played well in spots, but I think the same issue that KD has had for the last 3 or 4 years, he kind of like Kobe in the last 4 or 5 years of his career. It's like one night it'll look really good, but most nights it'll just be he gonna score 20 points. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna look like a star, but maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. And I think he kind of at that point in his career. So it was good to see them go out with another one. He got to what the all-time now, right? For rings, well, medals.
All-time medals and scoring.
And scoring.
Yep.
Hey,
But all of my boys.
You can't beat that. I mean, I think it was this is what we needed in basketball. Because one, people wasn't giving Celtics a lot of credit from that. And obviously could have been a boring NBA Finals. People can say that. I mean, because they was just so dominant and things like that. But this is what we needed for a summer where not much really going on. You got baseball, a couple other things happening. But this is what we needed. You had your top stars from the NBA, maybe some questionable calls of who should have been there, whatever. But you had some of the top guys and top performers there. You had almost 40-year-old LeBron James. You had Steph, who was just his first ever run at a goal. And then you had KD, who was hurt at the beginning, then come back and had that crazy first game when he came back. And then you had some other moments in there when you obviously talked about the AD. Bam, you can see the dominance between them two when they was on the floor. Mm-hmm. Everybody saw that defensive presence. It was just crazy. So this is what we needed. And obviously Kerr, it seemed like he couldn't really grasp of like how to mold this team together or what lineups he wanted to put in. And it was just like, all right, now come on, you got all that talent on the bench. I know you're the head coach of this team, but somebody got to know something to kind of put this talent again. And then just to see, like, you had some games that it was just like, all right, dang, they might lose. I mean, people was like, oh, they really down 15 to Serbia? Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then just to have that come back and then win, and then all these people like, all right, they focus in, they laser in on like, all right, we got to get this job done because we came here for one goal only. But also the other aspect that I don't think we hit on is the social media stuff they was putting out. I mean, obviously we saw the pictures that they took, some of the stuff that they was doing off the court. I think that also brought another
a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah, not a lot of camaraderie, whatever you to have with these guys, but just to have that presence in social media and things like that, I think that brought another aspect to it. So, I mean, it was a great run. Props to them. Also, we got to give props to the women. Asia Wilson was killing. They won, beat France. This is the first time the women and the men played the same country for the gold. So that was good. Oh, and the big props to, I know he not USA, but Wemby, man. Wemby played really, really, really well. And to get his team there, and to play in front of his home country against USA, he gonna be special, man. And I think next year I gotta buy some tickets to go see that man play in person.
It's also
it was exciting.
exposed Embiid, all that flopping. In FIBA, you don't get them calls that he get in the NBA, and I think that kind of just shed a light on him and his little extra he always put on, because he didn't get a lot of the calls, and so you could tell like he was going for the foul. Yeah, and so it kind of shed a little light, because he's a great player, but it's like, dude, you overselling. You too big to be trying to oversell and do all that flopping. Yeah,
that's why you get hurt a lot. I think so.
Yeah, I don't got him playing 65 this year.
What did y'all think of him on the team? I feel like he was more so on the team so that he wouldn't play for France or another country, to be honest. It seemed like he had a deal where he wanted to start on that team because they just forced it.
I think he just wanted to get an accolade, a quick ring.
Because he ain't got much.
Because I don't think he'll ever win a championship, honestly. Unless he goes somewhere at the end of his career or something like that. But so I think that was kind of like, just let me put something on my resume, because most guys don't go he should have went. I'm not saying he's American, but he won't he could have went to Paris. He could have went to Cameroon. Most guys go play, for the country that that they don't have the least chance. Even if that Jokic could probably come play for USA if he wanted to. He live here, but he don't want to. Luka, they go play for their country because it's more about pride. So maybe he got more pride in America than what he got, for them other whatever. Because he got I think he's got a citizenship in Paris, and then I think he probably was raised maybe in Paris, but he's from Cameroon. So I don't know, man.
He actually could have played with Cameroon with Siakam. That would have been a decent little team.
True, yeah. But he made his
I don't know how far they would have got though.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I think, because most of these guys, I mean, look at Joker. They were happy they got third place. You couldn't tell them nothing because that is
definitely
more so just
crazy.
About accomplishment. It's just an accomplishment to get a medal. Well, I think for Embiid, he's like, I want to, get this gold medal on my resume,
equivalent,
something to kind of just get my resume up. So that's how I feel with Embiid. That's something that I think Embiid would do. So that's just that's just my assessment on that.
I mean, the elephant in the room is the disrespect from the Jason Tatum, or
it's not
as people say, the Make-A-Wish guy.
It was disrespect.
Make-A-Wish.
Me's have some harsh comments about this. I mean, Harper, you got your monologue written. I mean, you have the floor, sir.
Well, I said I get it bad first. So it was disrespectful because, and this is funny, and I told Derrick this the other day, that I talked to a couple people at work. We discussed basketball, whatever. I said a lot of them was like, man, it ain't disrespectful. Tatum, he ain't never been here. He ain't never been in the Olympics. He gotta wait his turn. He gotta go through his dues like everybody else. I said, this is how I know y'all don't watch this stuff. The only reason y'all watching this because LeBron's back out. That's the only reason. Because Jason Tatum was the second best player on the last Olympic team and averaged almost 20 points a game. And we won gold against all these same guys out here playing right now. And it was him and KD. So for them to be like, oh, he ain't better than none of these guys. Who? He not better than Anthony. Why is Anthony Edwards now better than Jason Tatum? Why? Why is Devin Booker better than Jason Tatum? I don't understand. You couldn't put, what position can he not play? What is he, 6'9", 10? Can play the 2, the 3, the 4. He can play the 1. Can play the 5. That's the only thing he was really playing was the 5. He's probably never in his life, probably one came off the bench in the second quarter of a basketball game, and then to come in and say, hey, stand over here and just hit a spot up 2 or 3. That's why I said again, that's why you need a Derrick White. That's why you need a Drew Holiday. To me, this Olympics was closer because you just stuck a bunch of superstars together 3 weeks ago and said, go out here and win, which they can, and they did. But These other teams, they playing together 3, 4, 10, 12. These guys on France been playing with each other since they've been in the NBA. Mm-hmm. So, of course, they're going to have a little more continuity, but everybody like, oh, the talent gap getting close. I mean, it is, but
it is.
If we took it more serious, if we lose again, it'll be a whole program. You got to go through the Anthony Edwards team when that was last year. You're going to have to go through all of that to make the team, to be a cohesive team, and then go from there. But until that happens, I mean, they're going to keep doing it like this. And we're going to win the next Olympics in LA with Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Booker. We're going to win. I'm telling you right now, we're going to win. They're going to win, man.
Do you think Tatum minutes do you think he should have been DNP'd?
No. It made no sense that he got DNP. I don't think it made sense that Halliburton. I understood with Halliburton because
I think Halliburton was hurt. I think he was hurt.
Yeah. It's like, well, why is he on the team and Kawhi not on the team? Why is KD, did he stay on the team this long and he couldn't be on the team? So it is kind of weird even with the injury stuff, But no, Tatum shouldn't have got no DNPs. I mean, again, you telling me this kid couldn't play no minutes? Anthony Edwards was doing something so special up there other than jacking a bunch of shots that he couldn't have played over him. You know what I'm saying? One of them games where Edwards went off, we was up 20. We was up 20. And it's very impressive because Anthony Edwards has a lot of charisma or whatnot. But I think Anthony Edwards is about to enter the Jason Tatum Jaylen Brown phase of his career, to where you think they're gonna win the championship next year? Probably not. But we're gonna get to see him in the second or third round again, not knowing how to do something, and he's slowly gonna fall down from grace like everybody else, and then we're gonna see where he goes with that. But what I loved about this, I'll start here. Jaylen Brown quite possibly should have been on that team. It don't seem like he cared about being on the team until I guess there was another opportunity, but it didn't seem like he put any real interest in trying to be on Team USA. You know, he went against Nike. But anyway, he was disrespected. That's one. The second part, then Derrick White. A lot of people skip over that. Oh, it was just laughable that Derrick White was on his team. And now I think everybody kind of sees the value in Derrick White because he did very well every time he played. That was disrespectful. Then the Jason Tatum not playing, that was also disrespectful. So I feel like my team has enough bulletin material in this little summer after winning a championship, which is wild, to now we aren't very good or we didn't play anyone, you know, all the same things that are said for championship teams. But I'm excited for this upcoming season because I think we're going to look even better than we did last year. And I want to thank Steve and Steve Smith and the rest of them. There you go.
That's all I'm playing. Don't sue me, Drake. That's all I'm playing. Means you had a lot to say. You had a lot to say.
I agree with everything Harper said. I just think it's just it's not a big deal that he didn't play. Maybe he probably should have got some minutes. It's the Olympics, but I think people are making a big deal over it that he didn't play. Like, for one, if you're looking at how Steve Kerr was playing did Steve Kerr do a great job? That's yes or no. That's up to whoever wanted to say he did or not. But it was clear that he was basically playing it as, okay, Tatum, you a wing guy. And who were the other wing guys that was playing? KD and LeBron. So of course you're not gonna play.
And Anthony Edwards.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Still explain how he's clearly a better player.
But you can say KD and whoever, he can bring the ball up the floor. He can play the two.
That's not what they were asking him to do. Like, that's where it goes to what Harper said.
They weren't asking him to do nothing. He didn't play.
They had too many stars. But then when he did, they had too many stars on the floor because Tatum is a guy. He can play make. He's not a sit in the corner and spot up and shoot type of guy. He's I'm going to create and I'm going to make my own shot or I'm going to create for somebody else. Well, you got freaking Steph, you got in front of Steph Curry and LeBron and even KD, you know, like it's right.
KD
so
very demanding on offense. He needs
it's
the ball.
just like what I don't know if there was going to be a right way for Steve Kerr to do it. You know, like somebody was going to be mad. And yeah, when I said about the Tatum, they gave my boy the Make-A-Wish minutes because they might as well after the fact. It's just like they just played him now because his mama came up there and said, "Hey, well, he ain't hurt," and everybody like, "Oh, you got to play." So I would have rather just sat the bench and be like, "Don't play me." If you like now, it's just you playing me because people asking you to play me. Like it was kind of slapped to me in Tatum face. That's why I said Make-A-Wish minutes. That's what it was like there. Let's get him right. Like as to what like people like to say they doing for Bronny. It's like, you know, just let's get him in.
They ain't doing it for Bronny. Let's get him. It's totally different things. You got a guy that's the only NBA first team on the team.
That's the point. But
he can play multiple positions. He's way far better than that. He gave you bulletin points from the last Olympics.
He playing with 4-5 top 75 players on the team. So of course his resume ain't gonna stack like you telling me. I know who Jason Tatum is. I know who Tatum is. But you gotta realize who we playing with on the team and what they asking him to do is not what
they asked him to do. What did they ask Tatum to do?
Clearly they wanted him to sit in the corner. They didn't ask him to handle the ball and create for everybody else. They either wanted you to D up, sit in the corner, and wait for Bron or Steph or KD them for the collapse and you to hit the wide open shot or the rebound and play defense.
That's why they struggle.
So to me,
they were undefeated.
To me, what they should have did, they should have used Tatum.
Yeah, they were undefeated, but you act like they ain't struggled with some of those games, and they should have
lost. Basketball, bro.
The Jokic game, we should have lost that game. We should have lost that.
Jokic game, South Sudan. You could have lost
man. South Sudan was making unconscious threes.
It's basketball.
That's my point. It's basketball. Like you can play the best D in the world. If shots falling. That's just what it is. You know, at the end of the day, the cream gonna rise to the top.
Well, guess what?
It's what it's supposed to be.
I'm happy Kerr did this. You know why? Because this gives us a little bit of steam going into the NBA season. And guess what? We played the Golden State Warriors early in TD Garden.
Like,
so if you don't think we circling that game,
we beat them by 53 last time, man.
Look, if you don't think we circling that game,
I just don't understand.
We know what's going to happen.
Like,
you mean don't understand?
2028,
you don't like,
gonna be
if you don't understand that, if you don't understand a guy of his caliber to get into the game and not play, then what are you doing? Do you know basketball? Like, if you was in that coach's seat and you had DMPs on KD,
I'm not saying that you could have gave him a couple minutes just to, so everybody can kind of play.
But when you're the 11th best player on the team,
I'm not
saying 11 guys better than him.
But no, he's not. No, but if we're going off that, no. But clearly, like you said, it was roles clearly Steve Kerr was fitting roles in the positions, and
you feel like
they should have sent him back and got somebody else.
Clearly, they would.
Jalen Brunson or somebody.
I mean, he could have played the Embiid minutes.
It's no way somebody can sit up here and say they didn't play him because of this and that. It's no way.
I mean, it's.
Hey, look, we can't leave this part out either. We can't leave this out either. People don't like Tatum. I don't know why, but like Tatum is now a new guy in the league where like we don't like you. And to me, I think the issue with Tatum, his rookie year was like so good. Like we almost went to the finals and he was best player on the team. Like I think he started off so high, dunked on everybody's favorite player, mind you. He started so high, and I think it's been harder
his favorite player.
Kobe getting to that level. Like I think people thought he was going to be an MVP level player, which I don't know if he can ever win it. But I mean, he can be a top 5 finisher, which I think he has. But I mean, I just think now, and we good every year. And we ain't been winning. So now that we won, everybody can tear us up because all the way we won or whatever. But I don't know why now he's just the guy that we just don't like. Like I felt like if Anthony Edwards didn't play, that's messed up. It burnt
nobody would say nothing about Edwards if he didn't play because he's still young. Like he ain't.
The people that love him right now, they'll go crazy if he didn't play.
No, they think he's better than Tatum. You think he's better than Tatum? I think.
Why do you say? I never said that. I think Anthony Edwards better than Tatum.
Because
we had Kate up on here, and they talking about Edwards was better than him.
I never said Edwards is better.
Well, no. I'm saying in this conversation now, you kind of like, well, who would he play over? And again, it's like you don't think he should be already playing over Anthony Edwards? I don't get it.
In terms of roles of what Steve Kerr was doing, and Edwards was looking like he was playing in a shooting guard type role, a 2 type role. He was coming in for Booker, it looked like. So he was playing the Booker role because that's just what I see. He's not the best spot up shooter, but that's just what I look like. And he was D'ing up. That's just what it looked like to me.
In 20 or so minutes, right?
I don't know how many minutes Ant was playing.
He probably played around 20 minutes a game.
They cut. I just know he was playing more early, and then they started. It looked like his minutes was going down. I didn't see the Serbian game. Every other game I was watching,
he started playing that.
His minutes started going down, and Tatum wasn't playing that well either.
Tatum was playing 6 minutes. Or not playing at all. Like
I don't know.
You're saying the guy did better than 20 consistent minutes every game, or
7 to 10 minutes. That's normal.
Right. Or God is not.
In a
I might not even
40-minute
play the
game?
game, or I'm gonna play. If the first time I miss a shot, I'm coming out the game.
To get 2 DNPs, 2.
Yeah. And then
Embiid
the game,
got one.
and look,
Embiid
then the game he
got
didn't
one.
play yet. 10, 10, and 3 in the game he really got to play.
Embiid got one. He got a
Embiid
DNP.
shouldn't have been on the team. He shouldn't have been on the team.
But no, I do agree. He shouldn't have had. You should at least find a way to get minutes, to get Tatum some minutes. But I just don't think it's not that big of a deal in my eyes.
It's
I feel
not
like
that big of a deal.
He was playing behind LeBron and KD, and they wanted to do this for LeBron. They wanted to let the old heads run, and that's just how it was.
Something like this before?
What?
This, we're gonna let y'all come on, pops, get out here and get another one.
I'm sure they had. Well, maybe I don't know. No, I don't think so. The Dream Team, you know who put that together?
Well, no, the Dream Team was because that was the first year they could let the pros,
and they was all old heads too.
Yeah,
yeah, they
that was the
a lot
first
of
year they could even do it.
True. So no, I guess not. But I mean, but Harper, I will say this. I agree with you on the part where they do need to start creating, putting the team together and just kind of practicing and stuff. But I don't think if they don't do something like that, I don't think we're gonna win a gold for a while. Because I think Wemby is coming, man.
I think we'll win. It's just like when y'all say these teams play together for a long time, it's just like college basketball. These teams have been around each other for 4 or 5 years. I mean, they know how to play with each other, but sometimes talent always takes over, and athleticism always takes over. So I think we I mean, obviously the talent's there because you got. I mean, look at the last couple MVPs. They've been international guys. You know what I mean? So
that's what I was.
You're gonna have a star on the team, but I think as a collective, France didn't have good guards, but when you got people stepping up to the plate because I'm playing against the best guys in the world and look who's beside them and everybody's watching, and it's just like when people see Duke, when they see Carolina, they want to have their best game. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I think that's
Canada.
That's definitely a part
toughness.
of it. But I'm not worried about 2020. You know why? Bronny James to the rescue. He's going to be there for us.
Hey, look at me. He's like, yeah.
Hey, it ain't no telling
Stop it, man. Stop it.
Bees, I gotta know how you wouldn't know, but I gotta know how you feel about this.
I mean, so I'm not if Bronny James is playing a lot of games for the Lakers, and we in big trouble. That's all I can say. But I'm not mad, or I'm not mad about the nepotism part because it goes on. It's sports. It's how it goes. It is what it is. We all knew Bronny was going to go to the NBA because of his father or what, and whether he was good or not. We all know that. So that's beside the point. People can get over that part. But for me, it's just like it ain't like it was a valuable pick. It ain't like they wasted the Lakers, who don't pick good picks, period, in drafts. They wasted much to get them. But I do. The only thing that kind of throws me off is that, okay, yeah, he got that signing, but he's basically a roster spot, which for the Lakers, they need every roster spot they can get, and so maybe if we were in a better shape, then that would, matter. But that's, agents, and that's on the Lakers.
One more thing, Mees.
You can't be mad at Bronny and for that, Go ahead.
They gave him way too much money for what? Like, they could have gave him the minimum. I mean,
they could have gave him a two-way. Yeah, I mean, yeah,
they gave him a late first round pick contract.
Well,
he got 4 years.
They gave him money that they would give somebody who they probably would have seen do something, or they feel like, I don't know, they because it's guys who have got it, but I feel like they've had to, you've seen something in them It's like, all right, that's
Something.
why we're gonna sign him. Versus where Bronny is just like, we just gonna sign you because LeBron is your dad, and we
That's it.
got
That's it.
and Rich Paul. I don't know what Rich
Well,
Paul
yeah, there you
runs
go.
the freaking
The
NBA.
team. Feel like he runs y'all's team.
I mean, it is, but
Something just came out
I
about him.
mean, the guy can. I mean, it's not like I feel like Bronny can play in the league. I feel like he can be like a Gabe Vincent. Like he can at his peak could be like a Gabe Vincent type role, which ain't much, but Gabe Vincent ain't doing much. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. I feel they the same height, got the same type of style, skill set. Like I feel like he can, if he works, he can get to that level. Not in in a couple years and so, but I mean, I don't know. Let him see how he do, and we'll go.
What do you feel?
I'll be out the league in a while.
You feel y'all gonna make any moves this year? I mean, y'all ain't signed.
Man.
What did they sign, Derrick? They signed somebody, right?
No.
Yeah, the same guys.
This the
same
draft
guys.
pick.
Yeah, it's
Kaneki and Bronny.
This new salary cap
We know.
has really messed up, and it's showing that a lot of teams, front offices, don't know how to work the cap. Like, I mean, the Lakers is for one, the Miami Heat is another one. Like, and I think they actually said or read something that's like the Heat actually said like they don't know how to, how to kind of operate it, because it's like now it's a sign and trade, thing. So honestly, I don't know what they gonna do. I mean, I would just honestly I'm glad they got D'Lo back, because at least you got somebody. I personally don't see nothing wrong with D'Lo. I feel like he just don't show up in the playoffs when the money on the line. But I mean, unless you got somebody else that's better, or you gonna that's realistically, like I tell people all the time, like, give me somebody realistically who you think you're gonna replace that's better, and then I can go with it. But we can throw out names for days, and that ain't going, it's, I don't know, so it's with the Lakers. I don't know what, I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to retire with Braun so we can go to Cancun, man, and watch the other young kids play.
Then you can go to the hometown and root for the Charlotte Hornets.
Cause I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Means, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm fed up with this front office.
Hey, Means, I'm gonna be honest. I think Brian gonna play 5 more years.
Oh, stop it!
I do.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Somebody gonna say he not.
He could if he wanted to.
I don't think he's gonna play 5 more years.
But I don't think so. Like, his wife gonna leave him. He gonna be like,
man, you tell him.
Yeah, right. That woman living a life.
but
she probably get a nice settlement.
Hey, look, if he got his son on the team and he ain't got no business playing with me at the Y, imagine what his wife getting out there. Come on now. Come on, man.
I mean, obviously she living good. She got a little podcast, and she's doing her own thing. But I mean, you on the road too much now. You done 20 years. You done 20 years. When can I get some me time?
Your 2 sons.
Yeah, you took me on a trip during the summer, but when can I get some me time?
Your 2 sons about to be doing the same thing.
Well, be a father like Melo.
Bronny should have been I honestly think
that's crazy.
Bronny should have played football. He should have played. I think he would have been a really good corner or a safety.
With Bronny?
Yeah, man. I think he should have.
Yeah, he's too little, man. He look like a kid. Like
he like really 6. What he's like? Yeah, like 6'1". He'd be
it's wild.
Yo,
his senior year at Sierra Canyon, they were saying he was 6'4". I would never forget that.
But they do that in high school. They lie about,
They do. I was about 6'3" in high school.
My high school was the only high school that wouldn't lie for you. They'll tell you your exact height and weight or everything. I said, that's crazy. If people be my same height and weight would be 5'10", 190.
Right.
I'd be like, what?
Right. It's like, huh? Right.
But it is what it is.
I feel like, I mean, I don't think he's an NBA player. I'm just being honest. But I know.
I mean, I've seen he's seen worse. I think he can play be on a 15-man on the bench. I think he can make a team. But
Man, he just need to
he
go to
got
the G
He
League
ain't playing. Like,
and do
that's
what
what
you
I
need to do.
yeah. He need
Just
to
go
go
to
to
the
the
G
G
League and
League
have a ball.
and work.
If you
And work.
averaging 25 there, hey,
we'll see.
Somebody
We'll
gonna
call you
call
back.
you up.
We'll call you back.
Because they gonna put but I can understand why they also did sign Brody to that thing because they probably made that money back soon as they signed him because he's
Man,
marketable. Like people are gonna come
for
watch
now.
Bronny James.
For now.
Exactly. And I mean that little contract that they signed
Yeah.
for him, which not little for us, but you know what I'm saying. They gonna make that money back, and people gonna buy a Bronny James jersey. They gonna do all of that. Like, so I
His
get
first
it
year.
why they did it because he probably Lakers so broke. Bron probably the only thing that they hold. That's why they do everything for him because
Yeah.
he keeping the lights on for him for
He
Genie.
making him relevant.
Yeah,
He definitely making him relevant. I think if I think Brian showed this Olympics, him and AD, that with a competent team around them, still they can do something. Like I think they need to add probably 2 guys to be real. I don't understand why they brought the same team back again. This team, I don't think that y'all
new
team
coach,
is
so
very
he
good
got a
in
new
2 seasons.
philosophy.
I
Oh,
think the
that's right.
contract. Oh yeah,
That
I
was
do think we can be a top 6 team with the same team in the West. We just gotta because I just feel like Darvin Ham I don't know what he
come
was
on, man.
doing.
Y'all can't scapegoat Darvin.
And they
Man.
gave up on
JJ
and
about to be better.
they gave up on Darv, man. They gave up
J-
on him.
JJ about to do a better job.
I mean, maybe 1 or 2 games. 1 or 2
What do
games
you
last
mean
year
1 or
would have
2
got
games?
1 or 2
That's gonna
games
get you in the
would have
same
would have
spot.
got
That's
it
gonna
would have
get you in the
got you
same
in the
spot.
6 it would have got you in 6
It's gonna get you in the
5
same
to
spot
6
you was in
spots.
last
No,
year.
it would have got you in the 5 or 6 spot. I don't know if y'all remember, but like the 5 or the 5 to like the 9 spot was
Yeah,
all
it was
like
like 3 games. Or
1
something.
game or so. Like you were so 1 or 2 games really determined that being in the play-in or not. Like that's how the West go.
I just want
So
to say
like,
this. I don't
I
think
mean,
LeBron
go
gonna
ahead.
play 65 games this year.
Well,
Hey,
AD.
I really don't think
I pray AD. Shoot,
y'all
that's the one.
y'all gonna be doing the same thing, and you're gonna have the same issues, and you're gonna be talking when we get on here. I'll say November. When we get on here in November, you're gonna see some things that you really don't like, and that's just what it's gonna be. So
I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't really see much coming out of that. But I mean, we've been on here 47 minutes. I mean, we can hit on what y'all see out of preseason so far. Who you like? I'm going to put a flyer out there. Put me on record too that Jaden Daniels might win the Rookie of the Year over Caleb Williams.
Okay.
So
I mean, I got it
I'm
between
putting
them
that out
two.
there.
Caleb
He's
might be in the
definitely
running for MVP.
No,
My man, nice, bro. He look.
I say he nice,
too, but he nice.
but you still got to translate to the game too.
Okay, he done play some games. He looked like Patrick Mahomes. He do. He look like Patrick Mahomes, man. I know it's preseason, everybody, whatever, but I said it in college. He looked like Patrick Mahomes, dog. He played like Patrick Mahomes. He can make every throw. He can scramble. He knows
there
he's
was
good
an
in the
average
pocket.
team. There was an average team this last year. There was an average team this last year. He got talent.
Not
He
because
can
of
play.
offense.
Why wasn't it?
Their defense was terrible.
He was throwing a lot of
Which team?
interceptions too.
USC.
USC.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, USC.
Their
Offense.
defense was
I mean,
very
defense
bad.
is terrible.
But yeah, he got talent. I'm just putting it out there. This is just my
I wouldn't be
take,
surprised.
I should say. Hot take.
They both look good.
That man, they do
they
look
do.
good.
They both look good, so I wouldn't be surprised. The
Other
Bears
than
set
that,
up.
Patriots fan, what did y'all think of the Judon? What did that mean? Why did y'all do
Who?
that now? What was that?
Judon.
Judon.
I think we just got a whole lot of good, like defensive line guys. I mean, we got a lot of young guys too that can really, really get after it.
He's expendable.
And I guess they didn't want to pay him, and hopefully I'm praying that we have a plan for the next 2 to 3 years, because it's time to spend some money. It's time to get some people in there, and it's time to make it happen. We've been doing this for the last 5 to 6 years, trying to get people there, trying to get some big signage. We ain't had none forever. I mean, he was probably the biggest one, which he played some great games. I mean, he was hurt last year as well, but we still had a top defense. I was about to text you the other day, Mies. your boy, damn, his name's escaping me. Number 5.
Oh, Peppers,
Yeah,
Jabril. He nice. Yeah, that's my
that
boy.
man
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
I was watching them videos. I was like, yeah, he got me hyped.
He be talking.
He said he
But
talking to her, talking about you see what happened the last time I hit you.
I
And her was
seen
like,
that
yeah,
one.
I ain't never had something like that.
that's
But
my
I
man
think
with the Michigan.
we got headhunters, man, and I think
Yeah,
like
yeah.
got Gonzalez beast. I don't know how the Commanders slipped up on him and got Emmanuel Forbes because Emmanuel Forbes is struggling. When I tell you he might be
Yeah, he
second
bad.
string this year, like he's struggling. But I mean, I think we just had so much talent that we can kind of plug in and play right now.
I
What's
give you
up?
one name, Harp, for the Judon. Keon White. And it was he gonna be he was drafted last year in the 3rd round. We took him, and it was a shock because that was like he wasn't supposed to go that low. And he is really the reason why they didn't want to pay and extend Judon, and they decided to trade him. And we got more depth than that. But he is the guy because he a beast, man. And it was when Judon got hurt last year, that season-ending injury early, and like our defense still kept playing top 5, and Keon White was part of that. So now they say he stepped up more leadership, and I mean I think he the main reason why they say yeah, we gonna go ahead. And we got Uche too, Josh Uche, who a good
They
pass
signed
rusher
him.
who was supposed to who had other teams. He was a free agent. Other teams was offering him the more to come, but he wanted to stay with us for some reason. So, I mean, he was drafted here. I guess he liked Mayo,
Yeah.
but people like to get on Bill, but Bill didn't do right by the offense and by, for the most part, but he definitely set up the defense. So all we got to do is spend money on the offense, which I'm glad we didn't get Brandon Ayuk. Because if we would have gave him 32 mil, I might have would have left, man. Because he ain't worth all that. He not that like he
I would have
good.
left.
He
Come on,
good.
First of
dog.
all, you on the left, you would have been somewhat happy, but obviously
Yeah,
now
I
it's
mean,
like,
he
all
can't
right,
play.
now you got to show up and prove that you 32 million guy.
exactly. I'm like, who turned down 32 million? Like, I don't care where like, and people like, well, it's
Send me
because y'all
anywhere.
not good. Y'all not good. I'm like, bro, if you go look at history, majority of big receivers that get paid, they go to teams that ain't good. They not worried about the quarterback situation because a receiver usually feel like, oh yeah, I can, I'm gonna make it better. I'm gonna do whatever I got. I'm gonna make it better, basically. And the money, especially in the NFL, you don't get like when you get a contract, you gotta sign it. But
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
it is what it is, man. We'll be all right. We'll be better. I think we'll be a couple games better than we were last year, though, for sure, which 4 wins. So maybe I'll give us 6, 7 wins. I know we rebuilding. We got to get us a receiver, an elite receiver.
I've been saying that a long time.
And well, we ain't. If you look at it, history showing we ain't never really had
So,
brought in a top free agent
Yeah, but we
receiver.
have Brady.
Exactly, but
too many
that's
years.
also because that's Bill Belichick he never believed in paying a receiver. Like he ain't gonna never pay no receiver. That was his thing. But
But the thing
which
is,
which it worked back in the day, but now that's receivers like this a receiver type league now. You got to pay these guys. Like they damn near most important than the quarterback. Quarterback and them on offense.
but without that, we still were in games. We still could have won some games. We like the games we played in last year. We could have been 3 games better than
Oh, for sure.
whatever we ended with. Which I'm happy with Jacoby, but I mean he just got to pick it up the next game and see what happened. I will be at that game shooting because they play the Commanders, so
I think Dre May gonna start.
I'm
I think
scheduled
Dre
to
May gonna end
shoot
up
that
starting.
game, so I will be there. So I'll see that in
you
person.
say you think May gonna start? There, you didn't say that, did you?
I mean, I've been hearing Jacoby all year, all summer, but
Yeah,
I just was reading reports today that Drake after that, what they gave him more reps, which is like y'all supposed to do in the preseason game, and he looked all right. And then they saying he's been having better practices this like today and the day before. He been out playing Jacoby, and so I think with the pressure I just know this week. I was about to cuss. This week, I'm like Mayo and I like Kraft, but I'm starting like they let anybody kind of sway them into doing stuff, and so
Yeah.
it's just like because they were complaining how you didn't play Drake May, then they just decided to play him. If you ain't gonna play him, don't play him. Like Bill do what he want to do. If Bill say he's gonna play him, he gonna
Look,
play him. If
you never knew his next move.
Exactly, and I feel like they just kind of letting the media dictate what they gonna do with the guy. Like, do what you gonna do. If you ain't gonna play him, stick to your
like
guns.
AP did. AP let the medium dictate it.
He sure did. Because I thought he was gonna take a little while.
How you come out with that comment? Probably like the press conference right after the game, and then now you already name a starter.
So like these new coaches gonna learn, man. But we'll see. I ain't got too much high expectations. As long as they win, I got a couple 6-win bets. So long as they win them,
yeah. As long as they win 6 games, I'm all right. And beat the Jets twice.
Yeah, the Jets.
Or we can split. I don't really care.
I just want them to beat the Josh Allen.
I don't think. I mean, we saw our somewhat starters play. The Panthers haven't started a starter in 2 preseasons game. I mean, what's going on?
The injuries. I wouldn't put Bryce out there.
Okay, injuries. But shout out to the Aggie that's on the Panthers, on the Raiders, on the Steelers.
Oh, I seen your boy retired, didn't he?
Yeah, Tariq retired.
Nice long career. He played what? How long you played?
Like 3 seasons.
Oh, I'm about to say if he played 4, then if you played 4, then he would bet.
It was that.
Because
he might have. I mean, if you count this past whatever when he was on the team, then I guess that's probably maybe like 4 years or 5. But I think he got enough to be considered a veteran.
Yeah,
because it's like 4 years.
The money, the insurance.
4 years, you a vet.
Yeah.
So 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. That's all they got on here.
Oh, so he a vet. He got 4 years under his belt.
He didn't play past 2020.
He got hurt.
Because he got hurt, and then when he tried to come back, he got hurt again.
Yeah, that was that year. He was about to pop too.
Then he signed with the Panthers a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just came from the Jets, and then boom, that was it. So yeah, 2017 to 2020. I knew it was about 3 to 4 years.
He made a little money.
I see you, Dylan, Charlie Morton. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm ready. We got a fantasy draft this Thursday. This is like a holiday for me. I looked at that calendar and said, "Yes, I'm dayside. All right, I'm going to get."
Who you taking? Who you taking first round?
You pick before me, so go ahead and tell me. This is breaking news. Breaking news right now. Hold on. Let me set it up. Your team is now on the clock. Mees, you're on the clock. Who are you selecting?
All I can say is their first name start with a J. That's all I can say. And they a receiver.
I know you're going Jamar Chase, but I'm gonna just leave it at that.
You might be 50%. You
because
I can
read between the lines, brother. I can read between the lines. My first pick might be a shocker to some. You know, it might be a shocker to some. That's all I can say. It might be a shocker to some.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say.
That's all I can say.
You can't really go wrong with anybody in the first. I mean, it's like you got a chance of them busting or not or being good either way. That's my whole idea.
It's gonna be a good draft. I'm just trying to see what's gonna shift because I think JJ could fall or St. Brown.
Dang.
I think those two. As I mapped it out, because I'm really good at mapping things out, and I've been getting these drafts right the last couple of years.
Oh, are you?
Just the first round. Second round, I really don't care. But what else is going to fall? And then once people start taking them, once they see that first quarterback go off in a second, that's when everybody start going quarterback.
It's a quarterback going off in a second.
So I can't tell you.
Oh Lord.
I can't tell you everything. You know what I mean? You got look. I see you ain't got your research done.
I don't. Well, if it's other people, I don't know. I don't know who with other people because I try not to. I don't like talking. I don't like because I gotta give out info if I ask for info. So I don't like giving out my info. I like keeping. low key. I like people
There
to
you go, me.
assume
Don't tell them
they
nothing, me.
know, they
Don't
know
tell
where
them
I'm
nothing. Give them
going.
no
And then
advantages.
when I hit them, and they like, dang, but for the most part, folks know who I'm getting. It's only between two people. It really is between Jamar or Justin Jefferson. So
So we good. So I can't. So Brees Fall, you're not taking him.
no, I'm for Pitt. I know Brees going. Well, no, I'm not taking Brees or Bijan. I can take Bijan. I'm not taking either. I'm taking a receiver, and with name start with a J. Out of two people, Jamar or Justin, one of them two. Two.
Yeah, I'm going with
I can't
Jamar.
wait to get one of them. I can't wait
Harper.
to get
He
one
going
of them.
Jamar Chase.
You gotta go, Chase.
And guess what?
Why?
Hey, don't
Why?
think you stacking it with
Who's
Bird.
going on there the ball? Sam Darnold now?
That's Justin Jefferson, bro.
That's Sam Darnold.
I ain't concerned about Sam Darnold.
You remember when we had that debate about Sam Darnold and
Baker Mayfield. Yeah. Baker proved me right. Baker proved me wrong. I give him that. I respect Baker for that.
That felt like a long time ago.
1 hour. Can you believe it? Nobody else want to mouth off. I know Harper got so much else to talk about.
Oh, I got a lot to say. I'm keeping cool today. Cool.
Okay.
Shout out Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. Shout out Diana Taurasi, you the GOAT, but it's time to hang it up, baby. Brittany Griner, I think you need to go.
So Taurasi can hang it up, but LeBron can play 5 more years, I guess.
Yeah, LeBron James won MVP of the Olympics, and Diana Taurasi might have made a shot. She might have scored in the Olympics.
Look, keep playing. Do your thing, girl.
Yeah.
Coming up, saying she the GOAT, and then I guess. But now it might be her time to go ahead and hang it up.
She's 43?
Oh, I didn't know she was that old.
Yeah, she ain't like 39. No, she is in her 40s.
Yeah. It might be time to go coach.
Right.
Coach
Ron is still in his 30s. Hold it how you want. You know what I'm saying? He's still 39.
Not 39. For long. I think his birthday was in December.
Yeah. I think it's in December.
Like the end of it's like almost the beginning of the year.
Not for long, so he'll beat out. But fellas, thanks for coming on. Thanks for your time. We'll get back on soon. Maybe Bryce Young will be 2-0 at the beginning of the season, but we'll see.
For me, I got no comment about that. Boom.
I know you don't.